everyone, it's me, Nikki, and today I'm doing a review video, and I'm also going to be filming a lot of videos, so you'll continuously see my what I really need are Minions t-shirt. So, the review is for, I'm a bad reviewer, I didn't even get the book out before doing this. It's for The Mermaid, the Witch, and the Sea by Maggie Tokuda Hall. This is an ARC copy that I got in a Goodreads giveaway. So thank you to Goodreads and Candlewick Press. I did get this after the book had already come out. And I believe it is out now in hardback. So I've got my notes. Let's go. So this is about Flora, who is now going by Florian, on the pirate ship Dove, and Evelyn, a young imperial aristocrat in the Empire. I made a note of it. I think it's supposed to be like Japan, but it might be a little bit of all the Asian countries, China, Korea, but it felt like Japan to me, because I know China had an empire, and I think Korea had an empire. I don't know. To me, it just felt like Japan. And Eve, I've written her as Eve, but Evelyn is Asian. It's not ever said, but she is, I believe. And Flora has a brother, Alfie, and they are black, which I did not know until Evelyn made a remark about Flora's skin. So that's very cool to me. So Evelyn is on her way to an arranged marriage with her casket in tow, and the casket is, because it's an empire, it's all spread out throughout the known world. I think that's even what they call it. And the empire has taken over everywhere, and the emperor, I don't know why I air quoted the emperor. The emperor has killed everything. It even says witches are extinct, because nobody's ever seen a witch, and I'm like, yeah, are witches really extinct though? That just like stuck out to me. But anyway, she's an imperial, and it's just like any empire. The men are in the outer regions, and so the women go there to the men because the men can't marry the native women. So the casket has all of her stuff in it, and it's essentially, if she dies, I think she's going to Cloud Island or something. I can't quite remember. It doesn't matter. Any woman, if they go anywhere not in the main empire, they have a casket in tow, because if they die, they're going to be shipped home in the casket. It's totally macabre. So, but it's got all her books and dresses and everything in it. And they have both lived their lives according to the rules of others, but they unexpectedly fall in love, and they take their lives into their own hands. Soon the unlikely pair sets in motion a wild escape that will free a captured mermaid coveted for her blood. And this is mentioned pretty early on that, I have to tell you this up front, Alfie, Flora's brother, is an alcoholic because he was raped by one of the pirates on board. So they went on board, and Florian, the captain, who they call the nameless captain, which I will get to, he goes, Flora, you can stay, your brother's trash, he can go. Because her brother, even before becoming an alcoholic, wasn't quite as smart as her, I think. Like, street smart type of stuff. He was all talk and no game, and Flora backed it up, basically. But Flora said she wouldn't go anywhere without Alfie. And then, this is, I believe, in the prologue, or like the first chapter. Yeah, there's a prologue. To become a proper pirate aboard the Dove, Flora has to kill a man, and she does it. That's her initiation. Alfie's initiation is to be taken by a horrible man named Fox and essentially raped. It's never stated outright, and it's never shown, but that is what happened. So I'm just telling you that so you know. And so because of this trauma, and they're pirates and they don't really give a shit, Alfie has become an alcoholic, and there is a drink that the nameless captain adores, and it's mermaid's blood. And when you first see it, you think that's just the name of the drink. No, it is actual mermaid's blood, and that is the only thing they're valuable for. And you see a mermaid, and when it's pulled up out of the sea, it sort of looks gross. More like a fish than a typical mermaid, but once she goes back into the sea, she looks more like your typical mermaid. But they capture them for their blood, which is valuable. And he's the nameless captain because what it does is it makes you forget. So Alfie's drinking to forget what happened to him, but in the process, he is royally fucking over his sister because he spends all the money that they together have saved up, to escape the ship, and then Flora's like, fuck, we have to keep doing this. So the nameless captain has drunk so much of mermaid's blood, he doesn't remember his name or his past or anything. So because of that, coveted for her blood, the mermaid, the mysterious pirate supreme is after the nameless captain because the sea herself is a character. There are interludes where the sea is speaking, and the sea loves her mermaids, and the sea's made a deal with the pirate supreme. If you leave mermaids alone, I will make sure the empire leaves pirates alone. But the nameless captain is fucking with that. The sea is unhappy, therefore the pirate supreme is unhappy. And there is swashbuckling action and quiet magic, which when I read that I didn't understand, but now I do. So, Evelyn's parents are like legitimately cold, awful people. They know that she likes women, and her father's disgusted by that. And Florian is made to watch over Eve on this pirate ship because only the captain and the second in command, Rake, and her brother know that she's actually a woman. So that's why Florian watches Eve. And then they fall in love. Flora doesn't like Imperials because of what happened to her as a child. But Evelyn isn't like normal Imperials. She's actually nice. She teaches Florian how to read, all that stuff. And it takes actually quite a bit of time. Well, I thought it was quite a bit of time before the mermaid shows up, and then everything is just go from there. There is also a murder. Like I said, Flora has to kill a man, so there's blood. And later on, there is waterboarding. They've called it dry drowning, but it's waterboarding, and there are lashings. So those are just things to watch out for if those trigger you. And like I said, the sea is an actual character. It has thoughts and feelings. and it loves its children, which are mermaids. So when Flora and Evelyn help this mermaid to escape, she helps them as well, and then the sea is told, oh, they've helped me, and they're like, okay, these two now have our favor. But it doesn't end there, because the Dove is pretending to be a passenger ship when it's a pirate ship, and then it sells people into slavery. And so Evelyn is on there not knowing that it's going to slavery, and another woman named Lady Eyre and her lady's maid Genevieve, I believe, are also on there. And Lady Eyre isn't exactly what she seems. And yeah, so shit goes down. That is revealed, but Evelyn and Flora get this mermaid off, and then they're trapped on an island, the Cloud place. What was it called? I want to say Cloud Island, but I'm not 100% sure. And Evelyn takes Flora to a witch, Zenobia, and Zenobia helps Flora come to terms with themselves, as because throughout the whole, before that, Flora is like, am I a man? Am I a woman? I don't, so at the end of this, they go by they. You can call them Flora or Florian. They don't care. Evelyn doesn't care. They just love each other. So Zenobia helps Flora come to terms with that, and she also helps Flora get her powers, essentially. And it is a quiet magic, because it's not like bam, firebolt, or zap, lightning. It's more like stories. So Zenobia makes Florian like tell a story to a rock, and then the rock goes to the sea, and then Zenobia's like, well, now the sea knows that story. So that's cool. And it's just a very cool, interesting magic system. I really enjoyed it. And Flora has real problems until she makes this breakthrough. And also, Zenobia keeps telling Florian stories. And there is romance throughout the whole thing. And it's, in this particular book, in this particular world, if it's a male-female romance, it's shown as unhappy. Because Evelyn's parents, unhappy. Evelyn's future husband, Callum, is an asshole. There's another guy that falls in love with Evelyn just because she's pretty. And that's like, what does that even mean? So all the female romances never seem to work out until Florian and Evelyn. There is a sort of a twist. Not really a twist, but an announcement that Evelyn overhears that she wasn't meant to overhear, and it sort of ties the Pirate Supreme and the Empire's need to control the whole world together. And I actually really enjoyed the ending. It was pretty, like, once they get reunited, our couple, and they go back to stop the Imperials from, trying to take over the world, and you think, oh, it's gonna end unhappily, but it ends happily. Finally, a female romance that ends happily, and the sea is happy about it. And yes, it's just, it was a very good book. It hit like all the right notes. It gave you all the feelings. I would love, like, maybe not a sequel, but something like a continuation, because I just love this world. I love the sea. I love the Pirates Supreme. I would love a book about the Pirates Supreme, because they are interesting as fuck. So yeah, I just love that world, and I'd love to dive into it again in a new way. So I definitely recommend that book. And like I said about those warnings, there's murder, blood, allusions to rape, torture, and I suppose lashing someone with a whip is also torture. But yeah, I could overlook those, but I could understand if somebody couldn't. And also if you don't, because I have one friend who doesn't really like mermaids, so if you don't like mermaids, don't read the book. But it's such a good story. I definitely recommend it. Yeah, and that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a lovely day. Goodbye.